Shalom, Israel. Today we're going to look at the third day prophecy. Last time we looked at the 3 days and 3 nights, and today we're going to sync these two prophecies together. And there is a difference, because when we're talking about something happening on the third day, it's within a 72-hour window from whenever it started. However, the scriptures talk about in Mark 8:31, the Messiah would raise after the third day. Well, if it's after the third day, then it's outside that 72-hour window. And plus, the 3 days and 3 nights, when we take 3 components of a day and 3 of the night, it's going to be once that's fulfilled, you're going into 72 plus hours. So there's something on before 72 hours and something after 72 hours. But we're going to find out how these two things sync together in the year of Messiah's death, burial, and resurrection. The key year that we want to look at, and we'll get into this more when we look at the astronomy part, is 34 CE. And we'll talk about how we know that later on. But in that year, Passover landed in the middle of the week, which is the 4th day. And it's on the 14th day, is Passover. And this is when Messiah was cut off on the 14th. So when we count the 3 days, 3 nights, I'll just mark off the days. Passover day would be day 1 on the 14th, and day 2 would be on the 15th. Day 3 would be the 16th day. The 3 nights would be the beginning of the 15th, night 1, the 16th, night 2, and the 17th would be the third night. And that would also be starting the 7th day, which is Sabbath, and all through that night until Sabbath morning. After 3 days, 3 nights, Messiah would raise on Mia Sabbaton, Sabbath morning at the break of dawn. And we covered that last time. But where does the 3 days come in? What's this third day it's referring to? And it's actually referring to the Feast of Unleavened Bread. The Feast of Unleavened Bread starts on day 15 of month 1, right here, right next to Passover. The very next day is the first day of Unleavened Bread. And then you have the second day, and the third day of Unleavened Bread is on the 17th. So Messiah rose after 3 days and 3 nights on Mia Sabbaton at the break of dawn on the third day of Unleavened Bread. And so this is really significant. And when we read in the book of Luke, when the two on the road to Emmaus, Messiah met up with them on Mia Sabbaton, and they give their testimony that this was the third day since those events, or from those events, from the time Messiah was cut off. So we count 1, 2, the third day. And for those who hold a Passover view on the middle of the week, just like this, but believe he rose on the first day of the week, when we count the days from those events, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't agree with the scripture, and it doesn't agree with a lot of other things either. So, but in real history, in 34 CE, we see Passover in the middle of the week, we see the 3 days and 3 nights, and we see the resurrection on the third day. Later on, we'll get more information on the importance of the third day and how it represents resurrection and new life. But for today, I just wanted to point out that in real history, in 34 CE, we have 3 days, 3 nights, and Messiah rose on the third day of Unleavened Bread.